Yo, boom. Y'all listen to cup. So wait, today, boy, we finna watch British Bloods and Crips, London's Forgotten Gang War. Like Chapel Ross. You feel me, bro? This was made yesterday. I seen him. I was finna watch this. But I'm like, nah, bro. I need to watch this with y'all. You feel me? So yeah, bro. Let's just get to this, bro. And also, bro, if you texting a shorty out there, bro, and she ain't texting you back, bro, don't worry, bro. There's plenty more. There's plenty more, bro. And when niggas make it, bro, you feel me? When niggas make it, bro, they gon' see, bro. They gon' regret that shit, bro. Just watch. But hey, let's get to it.
This video is sponsored by
Skillshare.
Now, when you hear Bloods and Crips, it probably conjures up images of
bro.
trees.
This nigga's wearing the 2 rags at once, bro.
California sunshine, a lowrider driving down Slauson, or a Compton low-rise a la Boys in the Hood. Or maybe
So
it
LA?
makes you think of the modern-day Bloods and Crips like Pop Smoke, woo walking and mobbing around the streets of Brooklyn rocking nothing but blue paisley. Or perhaps you think of that fake New York Blood 6ix9ine who did nothing but run around screaming Treyway. But I tell you what you don't think of, and that's the grey, rain-soaked blocks of South London. Now,
Hell
a lot of
nah.
people in the UK have grown up.
It's because we from America, bro. People out there in the UK, if you mention that, they gonna be thinking of people in the UK. But in America, people ain't gonna think nothing about the UK.
Most notably, the crew CGM, formerly
Maybe
1011,
Digga
of course,
D,
home to
but
teenage
that's
drill
the most
extraordinaire Digga
I could
D,
think.
and the
Yeah,
likes of
yeah,
Rack
yeah.
5 and Sav O. Ironically, the Labrador Grove area
Wait, Sav O? Wait a
of
second.
Digga D, and the likes of Rack 5 and Sav O.
Bro, why does this face look familiar? Bro, he looks mad familiar.
Ironically, the Ladbroke Grove area of London that they're from used to be a blood area. In fact, the leader of the Ladbroke Grove Bloods ended up getting 9 years in jail along with 15 other Bloods for going on an armed rampage during the London riots where they even ran through a Michelin-starred restaurant.
London 2011, a night of rampage, the moment a year ago to the day when a gang of thugs terrorised diners in a smart restaurant. A mob of 50 youths armed with knives, poles and baseball bats tore through a restaurant in London's swanky Notting Hill.
The Ladbroke
Swanky?
Grove Blood Gang
Bro, what
were
did
out
that mean?
night, the night of August the 8th,
Swanky.
2011, for more than blood. They stormed a casino, terrorised an entire restaurant, smashed their way into an off-licence and beat the manager with a bottle.
Now, this was around 10 years ago, and in the decade that's followed, young G's
10
from
years
that
ago.
area have come through and set up their own crews which are much more focused on modern-day drill music. So 1011, who were actually barred from making music at one point due to a court order, later went through a rebrand and ended up being called CGM, who in 2020 ended up causing quite the stir on social media when member Rack 5 was spotted online repping the Cribs a little too hard.
Crip shit, blue shit, yeah? We ain't no blooders, we're crippy, yeah?
The Crip eyes, got the Crip blue eyes. Yeah, the Crip blue eyes.
No, so woo! None of that. My dogs, yeah? Crip shit. You know we winning this shit from the Grove to the south of Acton.
Bro.
Banging. We're ganged
Bro.
off. We
This
crip man
nigga
down.
done said
We
Crip like
man down,
5
yeah?
times already,
Crip man
bro.
down for shit, for
Again.
anything, yeah? Kill man. Murder man!
Now, many people actually thought that this false claiming wouldn't be tolerated by the real Crips in the US, but in a strange turn of
Bro.
events, New York Crip rapper Dave East actually ended up co-signing these antics and used Rack 5's Crippin' Frenzy as the intro to his song My Loke. Now, it would actually turn out that this online Crip Fest was really just part of a marketing rollout for Digga D's song and music video for the track Woy, which basically just played out as a wannabe Crip mood board. They had blue rags, blue flags, hell, they'd even rented a blue American lowrider. But apparently, Crippin' really isn't anything new to these lads, as pictures of them cripping years ago have apparently been floating around Reddit for quite some time. Since Woy release, there's been endless speculation as to whether CGM are really just false flagging for clout or repping genuine Crip heritage.
Bro.
Because to this day, their members continue to rock blue paisley rags, throw up the C and shout their signature UK Crip catchphrase, Blue Woo! Another famous UK drill crew that have recently been
There's
throwing
no
up
way
the
that
red
they
rag
faking
on some
it, bro. If they
bloodshed
are,
is
then
Tottenham's beloved OFB
they have to get
crew
checked
hailing
for that,
from
you
the
feel me?
Broadwater
Like,
Farm Estate.
there's no way
An
that
estate
they
which I
not
have actually had the
cripping.
pleasure of visiting several times to do interviews with OFB artists like Abracadabra, Bando K and Double L's for No Jumper. In fact, last time I went there, I even made sure that I had my blood rag on me just in case I needed to rep the set. With this leading to a moment of world-class cringe when I pulled out my blood rag in front of Double L's on the block.
Come on.
Trust me, you see what's going on there.
What's that?
So the blood heritage also runs deep with the
This
OFB.
nigga's bugging, bro.
crew, as their set
You gonna pull out,
descended from other
bro, this
Tottenham-based
nigga's
crews
bugging,
like
bro. He's
Bloodline and
bugging,
Stargang,
bro.
which both over the years borrowed inspiration from the American Bloods too. As a result, many OFB members throw up that red flag and reference it in their music, with their recent banger of a song, Which One, being a regular old Bloodfest too. The thing is, OFB have historically been beefing with a crew called Wood Green that naturally rep green, and as far as these modern day drill crews go, there's not really a Blood versus Crips beef, and they're really just kind of paying homage to the American Bloods and Crips, who I assume they relate to because they also live that dangerous lifestyle. At the end of the day, a lot of the red and blue rags that are thrown around in hip hop today are really just there for clout and style points, and I'll be honest, it does make for a pretty good music video. But if you think that historically there has never been a genuine Blood versus Crip
Wait, so
war
they're
in
not
the
actually
UK,
Crip?
then you are mistaken.
What?
Because in the late 2000s,
Wait, so they're
there
not
was
actually
a
Crip, they're just
deadly
doing
beef
it for
on the streets
clout?
of London, which has been mainly forgotten by this generation of drill fans. But make no mistake, the original war between the British Bloods and Crips took place back in the day where there were far more guns on the streets of London, making it as bloody and as deadly as any Blood versus Crip war that you might see all around the world. So today, we're going to be taking a closer
Bro,
look
I think
at London's
the worst
forgotten
would be
gang
like in
war
Mexico,
between the
bro.
Outre
Because
Bloods
them niggas
and
be
the
wild,
ABM
bro.
Crips.
They be
But first,
wild,
a word from sponsor.
bro. I need to find a video on that, bro. Yo, Trapler Ross, bro. I respect it, but bro. London's bloody
Detective DJ
gang war.
Blad must be on an
ABM 031.
international assignment when he caught up with Brixton drill legend 6-7. Because in that interview, they got talking about the early days of the Bloods and the Crips rolling in the streets of Brixton. With 6-7 explaining it kind of didn't work out between numerous different sets that were trying to claim different American gang cultures.
Brixton no Bloods, Blood set. They tried to do the Bloods and the Crips before.
Used to.
Oh really? Wild. Yeah, they
I mean, I
tried
thought the
too
way it
much
started
areas,
were
tried to
wild.
be
Like one
Bloods,
person from
they don't
like,
even
it
know
started
each
in
other.
jail,
Now, the
bro.
main
So
and most notable Blood
when
set
people
back in the days of
transfer
early
to
Brixton
different
gang
places,
culture
didn't they
was the 031
started
Bloods,
like that?
aka Outre,
Because
aka
like that
Trizzy
would
Wizzy.
make the most sense.
Yes, Trizzy
Unless
Wizzy. Now, it has been
UK
alleged
people
over the
see
years that there
what
was some kind of
Americans were
link between the
doing,
Outre
and then they
Bloods
would just say,
and
bro,
New
let's
York
start
Bloods.
that. You feel
But
me?
the fact is,
But
this crew of UK
I don't know how
Bloods
that
were never
works, but
officially sanctioned
yeah.
by the West or East Coast Bloods in America, and they really were just going about it on their own. Now, apparently the founder of the 031 Bloods was also a founding member of another well-known Brixton gang called PDC or Peel Dem Crew. But he broke off and started banging Outre Blood after he had a falling out with another founding member of that crew. And that founding OG of the 031 Bloods was a guy named Tanner. And I know what you're thinking, yes, he was a rapper, and yes, he begun to rep the Blood gang in his music videos. And look, I know this music video looks super trash, but these were the early days of London's road rap movement, so please don't expect press play quality from these videos. Anyway, the Outre Bloods were plugged into numerous South London areas, mainly
Brixton. Let's see this map real quick. Bro, this shit looks so... I mean, the roads look like American, bro, but it's just the way that they're set up. It's like there's too many curves, too many grooves, but it looks like a lit place to be at. No funny.
And parts of nearby Stockwell. But much like many of the American gangs that we have discussed on this channel before, over time they begun to build alliances with other South London crews. This included the Patmore Gs from the Patmore estate, crews based at the Hartington estates, G Street from the Gaskell Street estates, the Studley Road estate, ABG from the Albion blocks, and the Killer Gangster Bloods or KGB from Dorset Road. Not sure which KGB I would want a knock on the door from less, to be honest. But anywho, what are Bloods without Crips? And well, the Outre Bloods had a vicious rivalry with another crew called ABM, all about money.
ABM?
They were a crew that rocked blue rags and had a serious beef with 031 Bloods, though they didn't all necessarily identify strictly as Crips, with ABM being mainly based in the Stockwell Park area, sometimes referred to as Hotspot. And much like the Outre Bloods, the blue rocking ABM crew in South London also had their alliances, including parts of Peckham, which were nicknamed Gunspot, as well as a number of crews that went under the banner of YFE or Young Fully Equipped, with several of those crews repping blue, and some even labelling themselves outright as Crips. That included the Claptown Crips, Murder Zone, Acre Lane Campaign, and the Dorset Road Crip set. The last of which, toe-headed beefcake Ross Kemp actually went and visited in his classic old show Ross Kemp on Gangs, in a scene which I can't help but find a little bit amusing.
So, I'm off to meet
the South London Crips.
Most of us bang the blue, innit? Blue, yeah. That's cripping.
So, now we've met the Bloods and the Crips of South London, we can take a look at the bloody tit-for-tat beef that went on between them. Now, while these events took place some time ago, it's quite hard to piece together exactly why or what they were beefing over. And I assume things went a lot deeper.
Yeah, most likely territory, stuff like that.
Things have been brought up in the different news articles related to this, whether it's drug debts, wars over turf, or personal get back for bodies that have been dropped in this beef before.
Yeah.
But regardless of why
it's just like
on,
everywhere, you feel me? That's everywhere,
grisly
bro.
murders
Either
played out
territory,
on the
get
streets
back,
of London
something
in the
like
late
that.
noughties and early 2010s, which authorities and the media considered to be connected to this Blood versus Crip feud. One of the better known early casualties of this war was 15-year-old Billy Cox, who was shot dead in his home on the Fenwick estate in Clapham North in February 2007.
There was no sign of a forced entry. Billy clearly knew his killer. Police know that the back door was open. The belief is that the killer used the back door
he got
as an escape
backdoored.
route, and forensic teams have been pouring over the flat for the whole day.
On the 14th of February at 10 a.m, I said goodbye to my son before going to work. Sometime after 3 p.m, my daughter telephoned me as she was crying.
Your son?
Billy,
wait,
son,
nigga, that's your...
His life was taken.
Didn't I say sister?
Before going.
Bro.
Not too long after a text message exchange with a rival gangster, but the police pointed out that there were no signs of a forced entry.
Bro, I just woke up too,
bro,
bro,
so
my
the
bad.
crime had been committed by somebody known.
I literally
to
woke up like
and
10 minutes
insanely,
ago.
the murder investigation
Not 10 minutes,
into
like
Billy
20
Cox's
minutes ago.
killing saw 2 people arrested a whopping 12 years.
Bro, what
crime.
is this haircut, bro? Bro. I've seen pictures of people with this, bro, and I don't know if this was a trend back in the day, but what is this, bro? Can y'all let me know? Cause, bro, what is this?
And it doesn't even appear as if anybody ever went to trial over this. Not long after the Billy Cox killing, another teenager named Abukar Mahmood was chased and killed by around half a dozen hooded youths on bikes before being fatally shot in the neck. It was reported after this incident that he was apparently not involved in any gangs, but the 031 Blood members had incorrectly identified him as a rival member of ABM for an unknown reason. Another deadly incident not too long after this was the murder of Leon Nelson, an alleged South London Blood who was stabbed to death in Crips territory, apparently over a £250 drug debt in an effort to send a message to the streets. With Nelson's
bro, that's
killer,
why you can't have any depths,
apparently
bro.
breaking down the ongoing South London Blood versus Crip rivalry in court testimony. A month after that killing, Nathan Foster, aka Bowser, was shot dead on Marcus Garvey Way, allegedly by members of the Murder Zone Crips. This happened apparently after he had tried to defuse a disagreement over a stolen gold chain. Some of these
bro, this is something I have to tell y'all, bro. Never, like, if a nigga's fronting you a pack, right? If you get fronted some sort of pack, fronted anything, if you know you're not gonna have the bread when it's due, don't take that, bro. If you're not 100% sure, like if you don't got the bread saved, don't take it, bro. Cause if for some reason you got the bread, bro, they gonna come for you, bro. You feel me? And that could be for anything, bro. That could be for a certain thing. That could be for a pole. That could be for anything, bro. You feel me? So, bro, never have a debt, bro. Just never have a debt, bro.
Drive home just how senseless and brutal the killing has been in this early war. And I know that a lot of people think that the UK is a gun-free haven of pillow and butter knife fights, but the next incident shows you just how easy it is, or at least
nah, I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Chapel Ross, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. That's how I used to think, bro. That's how Americans look at it. You feel me? But that's because they don't really do their research. Obviously, it's not gonna have as many blicks as there are in America, because it's more ways to bring it here. There's more highways, more boats coming here, more everything coming here. You feel me? So it's just like, obviously they're not gonna have it as much as they have it over here, but they do have it, bro. I've seen, you feel me? I done reacted to vids where niggas got it, bro. You feel me? I remember the first ever vid I ever reacted to on this channel by London, bro. I was clowning them, bro. You feel me? I was making up accents, bro. I was like, nah, bro, they not. You feel me? Run if thigh pop. You feel me? I was saying all types of shit. And after I seen that video, bro, you feel me? I give them niggas their respect that they deserve. You feel me?
then for those involved on both sides to get their hands on serious firearms. Because another slaying took place in October 2007 in 031 Blood territory, the Studley estate. And it was here that 21-year-old Robel Tueld was shot dead with a modified Uzi. A case which was made even more crazy by the fact that the person who did the shooting was a rapper who went by the name Killer and was found to have released songs with lyrics about killing people with a Mini Mac. Unsurprisingly, Killer was found guilty of murder and jailed for life. But even with Killer behind bars, the killings continued well into 2008. Another notable incident was the murder of 18-year-old Freddie Moody, aka Mischief, an alleged 031 Blood associate from Stockwell. He was apparently caught lacking outside of his home by members of the Dorset Road Crips, who pulled up on bike, stabbing him fatally. With Freddie ironically having been pictured only hours before his murder at the annual Summer Splash water fight party in Holland Park.
Wait, what? That's actually a thing?
Brutal enough. In 2009, this feud went biblical as gang members begun to use animals to kill their ops. In this case, a massive gang fight between the ABM Crips.
Wait, what do you mean? They used to use their dogs? Because that's lucky goated. I low-key thought about that one.
This led to a shocking incident where members
like, what if you use a dog just to murk your ops?
Sicking them on their enemies, mauling them to the ground, where they would then repeatedly stab them. This incident left 16-year-old Seyi Ogunyemi dead, a young man who the papers described as an 031 Blood soldier. He'd been attacked alongside his 17-year-old friend who had also been stabbed 9 times, but miraculously survived. This was reported by the media as a mass knife fight, with numerous people receiving stab wounds. And hell, even the dogs were getting stabbed. They're trying to smoke that lassie pack. The news report on this incident at the time acknowledged the ongoing war between South London's Bloods and Crips, and for the record, the 22-year-old man responsible for this killing was given life in prison, with this being a landmark conviction in the United Kingdom because it was the first time that a dog's DNA was used to convict a murderer. I'll be honest, I'll take any day over getting mauled by a dog.
Nah, that's crazy.
This whole incident was allegedly a revenge attack for another attack that had been carried out earlier that day. But basically, the British Bloods and Crips were whiling out all over South London, and if you didn't want to catch a stray, you'd best stay inside. In fact, it turns out that the American rappers visiting England weren't even safe either. In fact, you might have heard a little-known story where Joel Santana was allegedly kidnapped by UK goons when he came here to play a show back in the day. Well, it was actually these very 031 Bloods that were responsible for this Joel.
They got abducted, bro. That's not kidnapped. That's being abducted, bro. Because you're a grown man at that point.
And I ain't talking this
you got abducted, bro.
I'm talking Brixton Jim Jones. Daniel, soon come home. Yo, now you can be Daniel Jim Jones.
In fact, it was even during this period when Joel Santana was still in the possession of the 031 Bloods that their head honcho Tanner even showed his face and spat some bars to the camera alongside a very nervous-looking Joel Santana.
Backstreet niggas, my niggas, they name known. Yeah, these niggas, my niggas, I play chrome. Yeah,
funnily enough, around a year after that kidnapping incident, Tanner was actually seen in a video uploaded to World Star Hip Hop saying that he had revoked Joel's hood pass, essentially saying that he can't come to the UK unless he taps in with the British Bloods.
Damn.
So,
push this from the heart of pump blood, I'm the heart of the wood.
Man, at this way, I'm surprised he didn't throw up a little Outre way. What's even more crazy is that Tanner was even given early shout-outs to French Montana, who had apparently featured him on Cocaine City DVDs back in the day.
Cocaine City?
Yeah, we got my dog French, Max. Max B, we feel your shit here.
Anywho, following all of this bloodshed in the streets in the late noughties, the 031 Bloods and ABM Crips beef continued in the streets into the early 2010s. This included the fatal 2011 drive-by shooting of
the early 2010s, bro. I thought this was fucking
tube station.
So this ain't, I mean, this is actually crazy, bro. To see 2010, bro, that was like 11 years ago.
That seems to be the case.
You feel me? So it is old.
Was Sadiq Adabay.
But
he was 24.
Damn, bro.
He lived on an
like
estate
it's
just
like when you think of places like 1990.
Police chased the
we're not that,
from
bro. Once
Stockwell
it's
to
2030, bro, it's basically gonna be like how people said it was the 1990s. You feel me?
2011 incident where 031
that's
Blood
crazy.
members attacked ABM Crips
if we make it to
on their own
2030,
turf, resulting in a shootout that wounded a 5-year-old girl. And the killing continued into 2012 when 031 Blood member Pricey, real name Jordan Malutry, was stabbed to death in a Reading nightclub. Now, as time went on, as is the case in hoods and blocks all over the world, as new generations of Gs came up, new new alliances, gangs, and street cliques begun to emerge. And as the elders that were involved in this gang faded away, into prison, the afterlife, or simply realizing that there's just no future gangbanging in these streets, as the years went by, less and less genuine criminal organisations in London ran their operations under the banner of the Bloods or the Crips. And it seems that for now, at least in the UK, those crews that throw up the red or blue rags are basically just doing it for clout and style points rather than genuine flagging.
Wait,
which in
what?
my opinion is kind of for the best. But that's not to say that there aren't still red
Wait a
versus blue
second.
gangs.
So they're not actually Bloods and Crips. They're just throwing it up for... How are they not getting checked? Are there no Bloods or Crips out in the UK? Bro, that's crazy, bro.
In other parts of the UK, because let's not forget that Brum rapper Mist also told Constable Vlad that in Birmingham in the north of England there are still plenty gangs that still rep red versus blue.
So you actually have blue and red out here?
Yeah.
So you actually have Crips and Bloods out here?
Not Crips and Bloods, but you got one side that reps blue and one side that reps red. And they don't get along and they don't live too far from each other. In a place called Burger Bar Crew. It's not too far from each other. They're red, Burger Bar's red, and Johnson's are blue.
So that's the story of London's forgotten gang war between the 031 Bloods and the ABM Crips. What did you think of it? Let me know in the comments. And do you guys want to hear more UK drill street history stories, hip hop related stuff? I don't know, let me know in the comments. I've been enjoying doing this stuff. It's really fascinating to research and it really lets me put my skills to the test. So if you're enjoying it, let me know in the comments. I'll make some more. If not, let me know too and I'll make something different. It's all love. Thanks so much for everybody that's been supporting recently. Thank you so much for all of the love on my recent Jacksonville Gangs video. That was a hell of a thing to make. I'm really glad that you guys enjoyed it. I'm doing a whole bunch of reactions to that video over on my second channel, Trap More Ross. So make sure that you subscribe to that channel.
Hey, bro, that same video, you feel me? This was a good video, bro. So they're not actually Bloods and Crips out there. I thought Digga D was a Crip, bro. But hey, I guess not. That's actually crazy, bro, to see how that, like, what if they come over here to do a show and then they get pressed by some Crips, like some actual Crips? Like, how is that gonna work, bro? Are they still gonna be cool with each other or not? But hey, bro, if y'all know how that works, let me know in the comments, bro. Other than that, bro, I'm gonna catch y'all next one, bro. Stay safe.